Hello, Thrifty Art family. Hello. How is everyone doing today? Welcome into the studio for a really surprising live video. Yeah. So, I had some time and I figured, why not? Right? So, I am trying to get my little setup doodah over here on the side set up so that I could see you guys in the chat. Give me just a second. I was running just a little behind, but it should be up in a minute. Hello, hello, and welcome. So, we are hustling and bustling. It is the weekend. Happy Saturday, everyone. And I wanted to jump on for a few minutes today and share some swatching of some granulating watercolors um, that are new to me in the studio. I was excited when I received them not too long ago. Hello, hello, yo, what's going on? Diva, Tisa, Kihana, Kinghana, Kinhana. I always wonder if I say that right. Welcome, 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 ladies. I'm so glad y'all joined me. Welcome to everyone else that is in the chat. You guys come on in. We're going to get started in just a second. I think I have everything that I need. I was running a little behind. Let me get a palette up here to mix on. And then we're going to talk about what I have going on here. So, my friends, I recently was gifted with the Genze Temba Granulating Watercolors by Kuretake. There are basically 6 pans, 5 colors, one empty pan. And as you know, these colors typically come in full pan size from Kuretake. Um, there are 5 colors in this set. This is the Aurora set. There is Aurora Red, Aurora Pink, Aurora Orange, Aurora Blue, and Aurora Violet. And as I said earlier, there is also an additional half pan, um, not half pan, an additional full pan, I'm sorry, given to you in the set. There I am trying to get a box open. So yeah, there's your empty pan. And they come here labeled so that you'll have a set. Yeah, it's just a wood box. You know, Kuretake sets really come in boxes for the most part. So they have that. I have removed them from that box and put them into, for right now, this little tin. This eventually will be moved into something bigger. But these are the collection or the combination of granulating watercolors that I have. Now, I do know that I have several watercolor sets that have certain colors in it that granulate, but I have not gone through the process of removing any of those colors from those sets. Um, I'm kind of just starting this whole granulating collection from scratch. So here you're going to have the 5 Kuretake colors that we just looked at in the box. And then here we have 8 granulating watercolors from the Royal Talens Van Gogh line. And then in the middle, I finally realized that that was a blue I put in there for mixing. So that's the only non-granulating color in the set. But the rest of them are. So what I want to do, especially since I have these new colors, I want to kind of make a full swatch page that has all of the granulating watercolors on it, so that when I pull it out with palettes, you know, I have a better reference. Now, disregard the fact that we have a mermaid sitting inside the swatching area. So I needed a stamp that would be big enough for me to actually swatch them with lots of water and lots of pigment so we can really see the granulating effect. And I also figured, hey, it'll also help see how opaque or how transparent one or the other color may happen to be. So, yeah, that's how that ended up. And just in case someone decides to X. That is a Jane Davenport stamp that was released with one of her stamping sets by American Craft, I believe, that was sold through Michaels. I was looking for it. I may have put it up. I think I did. But nonetheless, that's what that stamp is. It's from that collection. So I'm gonna jump in the comment section before I really get to going and cracking here and say hello and see what you guys are talking about and see what's up. So we speaking to all my friends. Yes, it is a wonderful gift. So blessed. These are the Kuretake granulating watercolors, and there are also some Van Gogh Royal Talents Van Gogh granulating colors in there as well. Hi, Penny from Missouri. Welcome. I'm so glad you were able to join the live tonight. It makes me so excited to know I have art friends that are spread out all across, well, the map. It's pretty cool. I didn't know Kuretake made granulating paints. Yes, they released this set not too long ago. They have added it to the what is 120 count collection. Now I actually have um, some other Gansé. I have the 18 color collection, but I was so happy to receive these. I was actually going to purchase them, and I had them in my cart because I always build up a certain amount before I make my purchase. And I had them in my cart, and lo and behold, they showed up at my on my doorstep one day, and it was just a complete blessing. So yes, indeed, my thrifty community really does a lot of supporting, and it helps me bring you guys videos like this because there are wonderful people who are doing things like that. So hey, let's roll with it. That's a cute 10. Yeah, this 10 is Meeting Academy. Now listen, I got this off of Amazon maybe 4 or 5 years ago. You can't find it anymore. I think it's been discontinued. Maybe they just don't sell it on Amazon anymore. But the paints inside it were um, I'm trying to think of a nice way to say it. Let's just say I didn't use the paints inside it, but I did end up using a 10 over and over for certain things. So hang on to your 10s. And that's going to be a vintage 10 one day. I might need to clean it and put it up. But yeah. So what else we got going on here? I think this it just came out. Yeah, it did just come out. It is newly released. Yeah, Tisa, that's what I was thinking. That's why I put them together. I was like, okay, this may work out to be so cool. Exciting. Hey, nerd. There is your due sponsor. The stamp is so whimsical. Yes, the stamp, I love it. I like, this is Whimsyville over here. Guys, I haven't said much about Whimsyville lately. I know people who have been following me for a minute may have heard that terminology in several old videos, but it hasn't gone anywhere. It's still being worked on in the background. But a book is challenging. So yeah, it's still being worked on. Anywho, let's jump into tonight. I'm glad you guys are here. I hope you are ready to jump in to see what these paints can do. So, here's what we know. What we know is that granulation is caused, okay, we're talking surface level here. Follow me if you can, if you will. Surface layer. Granulation is basically pigments ground bigger than normal in order to cause texture once the paint starts to dry. That's like a real dumbed down earth-based version of what it is, okay? That's to help you wrap your head around it and get away from all of the technical terminology because at the end of the day, that's basically what it is. All right, so what you would typically find is that based on the research and who did the research, there are some people who say that you do not need large amounts of water in order to cause granulation. There are some people who say that you do. What I have found in my experience is that having larger amounts of water with a larger pigment ratio in it does help with causing or forcing more granulation from a paint. Now that's just been my experience. Everybody's experience won't be the same. So what I wanted to do was to create a swatch sheet where we were going to have a really big area to swatch in. Now I'm going to be using a 3/4 dagger to swatch with for the larger pens, and that's what I love about these large Kuretake pens, is the fact that you can get a big brush up in there. So we're going to start here. I've already put the paints in order based on the way that they came in the box. That way I can keep the color name in order, for when I do this swatch sheet. So I'm going to actually wet the swatching area first. Now I did stamp this swatch sheet maybe about 3 or 4 hours before this live. So the ink has had plenty of time to dry. Even if you're not working with a heat settable ink, even if you're working with a quick drying archival ink, whenever you're stamping on watercolor paper, I do always suggest that you do give that ink a little time to dry and to settle, just to be on the safe side. So now what I want to do is make a big wash, and I'm going to fill it with pigment. Load it with some water here, and we're just going to go directly in, and we're going to paint that entire circle. Now, as I said when the video originally began, this premises of thinking is that with all of the drawing underneath, it will help us see just how transparent the paint actually is. And I'm actually going to be adding even more water and more pigment to that. Now, just in case you're wondering, I am swatching on Paul Rubens. This is a Paul Rubens watercolor block. They call it a wet media block. It is 140 pounds. It is cold pressed paper. I have my love-hate relationship with it, in all honesty. It does great for things like this. I'm not the biggest fan of it in actual painting, simply because I've had issues with the glue bonding on this particular paper. And I don't know if it's just this pad or what. So I'm just going to get that really saturated, get a lot of pigment over in there, so we can really see how this is going to dance around once it dries. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, we're going to see what to do. Let's move on to the next one. Okay, so that color was Aurora Red. Now this next one, that's actually a beautiful color. This next one is Aurora Pink. Do I have these backwards? I may have these backwards. Beautiful color. However I have them, we're going to get through it. And I put down quite a bit of water. And I am trying to stay inside my circle. Not that it really matters. Your swatch sheets do not have to be precise or pristine. They are for recording information in whatever way you need to. They are a visual reference to your product. They do not have to be pristine and gorgeous, but it doesn't hurt if they are. That's a beautiful color. Okay, that's definitely pink. Okay. That's definitely pink. I can see the pinkish undertone, and that is a beautiful color. I could play with this all day. Okay, Kuretake, I like this. Just a little bit more. Just a little bit more pigment in there. I just want to really see that color dance and dry and see what kind of texture we get. All right, let's see here. Oh, it is splitting apart into this beautiful turquoise. Oh, I love that. Okay, wait. I don't know. You know what? I am not one above doing something different. Yes, I am moving that. I need to swatch that without the mermaid. I need to swatch that without the mermaid. Okay, I'm switching over to a sheet of artist loft paper. Looks like I was starting to draw something there. What is that? Oh well, doesn't matter. Okay, let's do this again. I'm going to put down a lot of color. Oh, this is beautiful. I'm excited. So excited. What was that in? I can't remember. Oh my goodness. Look. Oh my goodness. It's beautiful. Oh, yes it is. We're gonna make really big blocks of color. I have plenty of paper. I don't mind. I just really want to see this paint explode. That is so beautiful. The chameleon of it all. Let me swatch the first five. Let me get the Aurora color swatched. And then I'll jump in the comment section before we go into swatching the Van Gogh colors. Yes, so, okay, we definitely have flow. We have beauty. And you know what? That's really odd of a super granulating color. That is so pretty. And they have beautiful flow to them. Let's get a little bit more water in there. A little bit more pigment. Make sure that swatch dances and it's just beautiful. I love the turquoise undertone, the green undertones that you can see from the colors. It's almost like they're actually splitting apart into like a different color. It's gorgeous. It is absolutely gorgeous to me. Okay, let's see. We're going for this next color. This next color is, oh, this is orange. Aurora orange. It almost seems to have black pigment in it. Oh, amazing. Look at that. I mean, they're not just granulating colors. They literally transform. It's almost like working with an elegant writer. If you've ever worked with an elegant writer, you know the ink goes down black. But when you, with the ink, it splits apart into these beautiful pink and like turquoise colors. And then if you like block the elegant writer after you've waited, you can get more of the pink tone. And it's just really cool. And that's really the kind of effect this reminds me of. That whole chameleon color turning effect. Just want to make sure I got enough pigment in there so we can really see what the granulation is looking like. Look at that one. Look at that. That's cray cray. That is crazy how pretty that is. Right. We're gonna jump into doing this one. Two more, and then I'm gonna check the comments because I know you guys are probably loving this because I have got some watercolor fanatics that are a part of my life. Ooh, look at that. Man, oh my goodness. Just crazy pretty. This is Aurora Blue. This is Aurora Blue. Mm, 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 mm. Amazing. And I'm gonna keep the swatch sheets this big and write the information I need to on these sheets. I'll fold them in half if I have to, but that's just beautiful. Okay. And then this is Aurora Violet. I can already see the purple in it. Oh, oh my God. Look at that. That is that is amazing. Ooh, that is amazing. Love that one. Love this color. Oh my God. Love this color. Okay. I need to really get some water in that one. And then really get some pigment into it. And I'm, ooh. Look. It just moves so well in water. So well. Okay. I think we're good. Those are the 5 granulating colors that have been added to the Kiritaki Genze Tanbai, Genze Tanbi, however you choose to pronounce it. Whatever suits your fancy, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Um, yeah, I mean, just from the swatching, I'm gonna say they swung and they hit. Let me let you see. So here you can see the wet pans. Look how beautiful that violet color is. You can see the magenta and even in the lighter purple kind of splitting. Oh, it's so pretty. Even in the pan. All right, let's check the comment section and then we'll jump back into swatching. Okay, let me go back because I know I done missed some stuff. Okay, whimsical works for me. Let's get into the nitty gritty. Look, look at how I think we're gonna sit with no mermaid. Oh well, looks like we were on the same page there. Um, hey View, how you doing? Welcome in. Thank you for sharing. I appreciate the love. Thank you for the thumbs up. Yes, Diva, they are really nice. Oh, you don't like? Oh, it tastes really. I love granulation. Come on, it's wonderful for like rock texture and mountains. It's wonderful for painting water. And when you're trying to get like an atmospheric type sky that's all stormy and moody. I get it though. Let's see. Like, what paint are you swatching? Hey, Golden. I am swatching Kuretake and Van Gogh granulating watercolors. Granulating colors. You. Oh, I have a set of that paint. Yeah. Do you like them, View? I think I'm gonna be good. Ken, do you have the Genze Tanbai graphite colors? I got 5 out of the 6 in a Sketchbox subscription. but I already owned the full 6 pack. If you want the 5, they are yours. Maybe get the 6 via open stock. Graphite colors, you know I'm down. Oh, because you know graphite is my thing. Which reminds me, I have a project coming up with using my Doran graphite paint set again too. Um, but I'll talk more about that in some upcoming videos on YouTube. Which reminds me, don't forget that there's a video dropping in the morning at 10, the regular Sunday video. I'm taking you guys in a different direction. Quick tomorrow's time lapse. Now, this is going to be a full time, real time demo over on Patreon for Patreon subscribers, but it will be a time lapse on YouTube. Yes, I am taking it to the fall. We are going to be using alcohol markers to do this really detailed leaf. I did have a request, I do believe, from a viewer about getting a little bit more detailed with the way that I do my leaves. Um, and if we get through this in time, I may actually, we may do a like ink and wash and really test these granulating colors out and see what's what with them on like a 100% cotton paper. Let me see. Where are we? I just remembered. I have those. Love them. I have the graphite colors. They are so dreamy, magical. No, these are so dreamy, magical. Yes, they are. They're very fantastical. They're gonna fit right in with the whimsy. Love it. Um, they are so dreamy. And the 6 stack, I didn't realize how nice for. And then the package that came in. Yeah, the package is kind of offsetting. I have always wondered, but it's an age old. It goes to show that the adage of you can't judge a book by its cover, right? Because actually, the entire Kiritaki line of paints that I've used, the Mozart ones, the Genzei Tenbai, now even these, I've enjoyed very much. I actually use the regular Genzei Tenbai set on a very regular basis, especially for journal making, sketchbook making, card crafting, things like that. I use those stamping. I really use those on a regular basis. So I really enjoy their paints. I wish they came in something else, but I guess they really put the money into the quality of the formulation and being able to dispense it in such large quantities because those pans are huge. That would be my guess. The packaging could be offsetting. It would maybe lead you to believe it's not as high of a quality as it actually is. I put them in a tin box. Yep. Like I said, great minds. Have you ever tried core paints? Yes, core is actually mine. See, I have 3 paints that kind of constantly battle in my head for being my favorite professional paint. That's the Magello Mission Gold line of paints, the Shinhan PWC line of paints, and the Golden Core line of paints. So yes, I'm very familiar with Core, and I am very much in love with them. The flow of those paints will knock your socks back 2 days to tomorrow. Take time to figure that out. In the pen, they look like the same hue, but when they hit the paper, it's different colors. Yeah, those chameleon colors. Ah, I'm afraid now, don't. Okay, then Luke Teasel, we gotta talk about this. You gotta give one of them a break. You can't dislike graphite colors and granulating colors. And I guess I can understand it though, because graphite colors do granulate actually. That graphite is a texture. Granulation is a texture. So I guess I get it. I can't wait for the graphite project. Yeah, it is coming soon, View. Don't you worry. All right, let's jump back into it. Get back into swatching these paints. So the next couple of paints I have here are actually Van Gogh paints. I need to switch the brush, which and that's another reason I love those. I love those big old pens. So I need to switch my brush here and go for Actually, I'm gonna switch over to a synthetic squirrel. That way I'll have something a little bit that has a little bit more give. I'm gonna grab this number 10. Let me see. Do I have something bigger? I'm testing out this new set of brushes. Ooh, there's a cat's tongue. Here's a number 12. Let's get it a whirl. Yes, yes, yes. I have water here to wash out the sizing. Don't worry. Give me just a second. Let me get that all good. Okay. Let me let you take a look at that. So that is the number 12 round by the Artigra line. And it's pretty standard. These are nice brushes in all honesty. I don't know who sent them. I think this is one of them that showed up with nothing, no name attached to them. I'm not sure who sent them. Whoever you were, thank you very, very much, as I've said before. And I am testing them, and they relatively nice brushes in all honesty. So let's go ahead and put down some water here for our next swatch. Now, don't ask me what these colors are. I have them swatched out on another paper. I'll get it to label. So I'll start here. Ooh. So, here we go. But that didn't move. Maybe I don't have water there. Let's try that again. It soaked up the water that quick. Alright, here we go. Not really a whole lot of movement. But let's see if we can get a whole lot of texture. That's all that really matters with this particular paint for me, is that it gives me the texture I need it to. I should have pre-wet those Van Gogh. Although they look semi-wet, that one just didn't release as much color. Now these are not dual pigment. These are single pigment. I do believe. I could be wrong. We'll see in a minute. That water's getting kind of dirty. I'll switch over to the other side. Grab some clean water there. And then we'll go in here for this next color. Like I said, I'll label these later. Yeah, I'm not getting any explosion of color or anything. They do kind of stay where you put them. Oh. Okay. Okay. They say just give me time to work. Sit up there and be quiet and just continue to swatch. Ooh, I like that color. Hey, hey, Mr. Postman, I like that color. That's nice. That's a beautiful, earthy, kind of green. Oh my goodness. You talking about beautiful, like background, forest work, grass work. Let's see. I don't feel like I'm getting enough pigment down. There we go. Alright. I'm gonna turn this sheet off and do another sheet. Alright. That's okay. Like I said, I am gonna still be putting them in the swatch book. I'm just probably gonna end up folding these big pieces of paper in half, which is just fine with me. Let's move on to this next one here and see what we got crack-a-lacking. There's a little hard to... Okay, I got a little flow going on there with that one. It's a pretty color. You know I'm a green freak. It's got a really, really, really prominent, like phthalo undertone. It's definitely a phthalo. It doesn't seem very saturated. It's definitely more of a mid-range color. It's not quite a bright, but it's definitely, it's definitely a desaturated color. All right, let's try this next one. Right, and now you guys know I don't have the chat sitting directly in front of me, so I have to stop periodically to check it. I felt like had that paper been wetter, that would have flowed. Oh my God, it is gorgeous. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't mean to offend nobody when I say that. It's so pretty. Oh, I mean, look how deep. Mm, mm, mm. This phthalo in black. That's a phthalo and a black pigment. This a phthalo and a white pigment. I need to go and look at the oh, that's gorgeous. Look at the granulation in that one already. It's just like right out the gate, it granulates. Oh, bad. Not bad. Not bad so far. Not bad so far at all. I got a net on the watercolor swatch that didn't want to go away. All right. We're going to have to tear this sheet off. I'm going to give it just a second to dry so that the colors won't like move as I tear off the sheet. Oh, gosh, I want to stay up there. Be still. Okay, let me check out things. Really using the core paints with other paints that flow or push back. It's amazing. Let's give it a try. Put core, synthetic oxide in the water and push. Hmm. I think I've heard that before too. Okay, so I do own one green paint on purpose, and it's a Van Gogh green embodied, I think. Yeah, these Van Gogh colors are granulating really well. For those of you a student grade paint, which I mean, arguably who you ask. Excuse me a second, I'm gonna take a sip of my tea. Okay. And see, I'm glad I switched over from using the mermaids. I don't really like this paper. I don't. I'm honest. I really don't. I'm trying to just go ahead and use it up. But this is this paper. This watercolor and wet media block. I don't know. I don't know if I just got a bad one or what, but and I normally love all Power Rubens products, but this one kind of missed the mark with me. But I do have quite a bit of that block left, so I'm going to use it up. Nonetheless, um, I'm glad I switched over from using the mermaids. It was a cute idea, and maybe if I was actually painting each individual mermaid in versus using the entire swatch. With that said, the paints are definitely semi-opaque. When you compare one covered to one that's not covered, and those are the Aurora colors, still really beautiful. Look at that granulation. I mean, just crazy split apart color texture there as well. All right, let me see. I think nothing's puddling. I can go ahead and move this. Now, if you are a part of the Thrifty Patreon family, don't forget that you can go and check out last night weekly live, where we talked about easy watercolor pencil techniques, and we also did a quick little painting demo. We did this little sprig of berries, and we did it on some really whimsical paper. Yeah, another Paul Rubens product, but I'm not sure if you guys can see it, but the paper has glitter in it. It is so cool. I think it is a beautiful paper for floral work. And the paper was pretty steady. It took the watercolor pencils technique with no issues. Um, yeah, yeah. But yeah, it's got glitter in it. It's a little bit more toothy on the front than it is on the back. The back has a bit, just a tad bit smoother of a texture to it, but I don't know. From that first sheet, I kind of like that paper. I wonder how it would work with glitter watercolor, since it has glitter in it. I might put that project in the work. Okay, so here's the first page. Take a better look at how the colors are drying. I'm not going to do any glazing or anything on top of any of these. The whole point is to be able to see the texture that the paints are going to make. So let's move on to the rest of them. Let's see. Where do we stop? We stop on this green. We need to skip the blue because it is not a part of the granulating colors. And let's continue. Put down a big glop of water. And then we're going to go for the good stuff. Okay, a little bit of flow to it. Oh, it's but these colors are so pretty. Now, ironically enough, as I continue to look back and forth between what I'm doing and the swatch sheet we just finished, there's definitely a difference in the shift from wet to dry between the two brands. And we'll talk about that before we jump off. I can already see it. Oh, that is so pretty. Love that. I don't know. Depending on where we are, we may do a little painting. Just a little painting. I don't know. Depending on how long we're talking about. That we've been on by the point we get there. And I'm just slapping down a square of water. I want as, almost kind of puddling. And then I'm gonna take that big, I'm dipping the brush belly down. I'm going out, hear the kids outside playing. Going all the way down with the belly because I want all of that water to go in that pan. I'm trying to pick up as much water and pigment as I can. Oh, now that one has a little flow to it. Pretty color. Now see, that is a beautiful color for like rocks, tree trunks, twigs, and barks, and trying to, there we go, get it on the brush. It's a nice orangey tone, brown, reddish brown. Look at the granulation. Look at the granulation in that. That's crazy. It's just going crazy. Just having a field day with itself. Alright, let's see. Then we have this this one, which looks to seem like it's drying really funny. Let's see what we got going on here, buddy. It's got plenty of flow to it in comparison to the rest of them, though. It's a really sort of like cross between, I don't know, I'm not quite sure what color this is. Is it like a gray? It's a shade of a gray, maybe. I need to pull the tubes out. Definitely see a gray in it. It's not very saturated or strong. And in all honesty, it's a little hard to read with. I think I remember seeing it when I initially swatched these out. All right. One last one. And then we can take a look at all of these gorgeous colors swatched out side by side. And you can make a decision on whether you like them or what y'all think about them. Beautiful black. That black flowed time to hit the paper. Maybe like a lamp. It's not dark enough to be. The granulation in it is absolutely amazing though. It is like instant, instant on the paper. And I feel like this is the color that's mixed into a lot of the other ones to make them granulate so much. Okay. There we go. I'm gonna rinse my brush off really well. Don't have any paper towels in here with me, so I'm just gonna drag it along side of my water container to try to get rid of any excess water before I lay it down on its side to dry. All right. Let me move this box out of the way. So, what do we have? Let's go this way. So here's what we've come out with, right? Here's where we are. We have some very beautiful colors. 13 of them. And to make sure. And all of them have very visible granulation and texture in them. Some of them more than others, but the ones that may not have super intense granulation have these really beautiful chameleon split apart colors. This first color is ridiculous. This is absolutely amazing. I would love to use this in a floral painting to see how it behaved. Oh, it would be, and you know, you don't want texture in everything. So I definitely can understand maybe not liking granulation, but I like texture. I'm a texture fan. So really love the way this one splits apart as well. Beautiful granulation on these greens from the Van Gogh set. I think that the greens and the purple and the black, these two are okay, but this one, this violet, the black, the row of greens. I guess I could have done without the pink too. But overall, really beautiful granulating colors. And I feel like it's a really nice start to building um, the little granulating watercolor set that I want to build. I don't know how large I want it to get. I don't. But I'm definitely going to give it a whirl. So, what do you think? Let me know what you're thinking about these paints so far, friends, in the comments. I'm going to jump in. I'm going to take a sip of my tea, and I'm going to see how you guys are feeling about what's been going on so far. Let's see. So, what's going on with you guys? Tell me. I wanted to check the comment section. I'm not seeing anything. I'm not sure if the chat went dead or what have you. All right. So, nothing in the chat from what I can see. I don't know if maybe it stopped feeding or something, but let me check and see. Um, Surprised by Van Gogh. Okay. Yeah. Well, raw talents tend to make good lines of paint, so um, I'm really curious to see how they're going to work with other things, especially in mixed media environments, since I'm a mixed media artist. All right. Should I paint? Let me see. How long have we been on? We've been on 51 minutes at this point. So, what do you guys think? Should I paint something real quick? Something kind of easy, maybe? I just kind of wanted to get on and swatch those paints with you guys and let you see. I'm painting with some water-soluble crayons and accidentally added wax pastel. And now get gesso. Oh, so, huh? Yeah. Okay. Okay. I see some comments rolling up now. I see we are still connected. All right. Now I stuck my foot in my mouth and asked if I should paint something. Let me find a sketchbook. Or smaller. I know. Let's play with the granulating colors. Let's paint some crazy, like maybe leaf clusters or some crazy circles. Let's really just kind of play with the paints and see how they mix together, how the colors mix together. Now that we have them swatched out, let's see what happens. So I'm gonna go grab. Uh, I need a paper that I know is gonna do super well with holding a lot of water. Let me grab one of these. What is this? Okay, here, we can use this. This is New York Central 100% cotton watercolor paper. This is one of the ones that I feel is a good paper. And yeah, I always stick my foot in my mouth. I should have just swatched the paints. Okay, so here we go. I am using this new little drawing set, testing it out, seeing what's going down with it, how it's going to work out. I'm grabbing a H pencil because I want to keep it light, on the light side. With the sketching, I am going to be doing, I'm going to keep it simple. Try to put most of the heavy lifting in another area. So we're going to be doing a trusty old ink and wash. I was playing around with the Elegant Writer earlier. I think I was mentioning something about it, but I was kind of playing around and sketching out some different things, working on some different things, practicing on some different things. And I was trying to paint Queen Anne's lace. Now, I don't know how many people here like venture into painting florals, but as you know, florals are like my one of my top three things that I like to paint, other than um, landscapes and still life. And I'm also getting a lot into urban sketching lately. But I was trying to paint some Queen Anne's lace, and I decided to play around with the Elegant Rider, which is kind of gives me that whole chameleon shifting color vibe without the granulation that the Aurora paints are giving me right now. But basically, I just kind of outlined the sketch with the Elegant Rider, and then took a wet brush and ran it across the different areas to fill in the color. And where you see the lighter splotches or the pink showing through is where I actually took a paper towel and blotted as I was kind of dispersing out the ink from that writer. And I feel like that is a really cool, quick way to draw. I'm gonna really work with that a little bit more. So I start trying to sketching out a succus, a cactus. So I'm just working on different variations of cactus leaves and how they would go. Maybe that's what we should draw. And then I was working on this cluster. So I'm thinking these leaf clusters will be really, really cool for testing the granulation of the paint, because we can draw them big and get you know some open areas. So let's just go for the gusto. I said that once before to somebody. Somebody told me that they really kind of like that. So I'm gonna sketch in light. I'm gonna start here in the top right corner of the paper, and I want to make the bottom part of the stem sort of long, trying to keep it symmetrical. And then I'm gonna make my first little cutaway for my leaf. At this point, I'm gonna switch my paper around so I can draw towards myself. And will be one leaf over here, and this will be one over here, and then this can be the center. That way we can sort of get some playtime in with these leaves and with this paint. So the other one would come under there, and, and this. I need to use my eraser. Get rid of that one. Nope. Don't know what I was thinking with that either. I don't want it to be longer than my main leaf. Right. Alright. And then we're gonna need, let's draw another leaf. Cluster. Why not? Maybe there's just a fifth one that lives there for no reason at all. And goes back that way with a stem. Like so. That's a leaf cluster. We can test some stuff. Should have drew a flower and have them coming from behind the flower. But oh well. Let's draw what can we use those colors to paint? Um, you know what? That's favorite cluster. Won't ink all of these in, so won't have to worry about those really sketchy line. And I'm just making circles and ovals, basically. Circles and ovals. Mm, just turn those into some berries. Alright. I don't know. I was so not prepared for this. That's why I'm drawing flowers, because I'm drawing on the fly. had time to really plan anything. Um, let's do. How can we make that make sense? I'm trying to figure out how we can make that big old spring coming from over that way make sense. I don't know, but let's just draw something different over here. I'm gonna start with. I don't know what I'm drawing. Start with the oval, sort of tail on it, maybe, and then another one. Um, I don't know. I kind of like the way that was going. Let's take that up around like so. Don't normally add detail that early in the drawing, but why not, right? I'm just trying to draw stuff it'll make sense to have. Um, it'll make sense to have paint swatching in. Mm, I don't know. I really, really don't know. I really don't. I don't know. I'm just playing around now. Let's paint over here because I don't want to waste you guys' time. Let's really get some paint into here and see what these leaves will look like. There is. All right. Sort of like feathers almost. too much into it because I really want it to be about the granulation. Granulation, indeed. And I'm just sketching this stuff in real quick so I can erase it out and we can go on. Alright. Give it a shake. I did get a different camera rig and setup, but it is still attached to my desk. I have yet to figure out how to get my camera rig off my desk. All of the stuff that I have is for close quarter shooting, so I have to make the best of what I have. Alright. Let's see what we got going on here. Did I? That a double sketch? Did I just not erase good? How could I just didn't erase good? Alright. So here we go. I'm switching back over to my angle brush for this one. I think I want to start with that real cool, this color. What was this? Look at me, 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 trying to make room. So this real cool color, whatever this is. Oh, it's still splitting apart in the pan. So I want to do some wet painting with that. And I'm not really worried about going outside my line. I'm gonna add water to that. Get that to really flow. It's more like a feather than a leaf. Truly. And then I'm gonna put another color on the other side. What was? There was another one that was. Let's put a green in. Let's see what happens if we do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This green. Is this what it was? Let's see how they play together. Now I can barely get that out. I can barely get that out. Let's see what that texture do. Let's see what that texture do. Hey, let's see. I really want to go in and do the other ones. Truth of the matter is I shouldn't, but I'm going to. Let's wet this bottom one before we actually go in and start to paint. And if we happen to get some bleeding, oh well. Don't drop that. Don't. Let's do the. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's do this one. It's just this color. That's this color. Let's do this one. brush it up through like so. And then we will, I don't even think I'm going to clean it. We're gonna grab some of that second one and mix it together with it. And kind of go back in, because that made it a much darker tone. Mixing those like that, so they'll definitely mix directly on the paper. Feel like I can force another color in there real quick. Let's do the, oh, what is the purple? Is this the purple? Yeah, this is the Bingo purple, the darker purple. Let's force a little bit of that in the mixture and see what happens. Okay, moving on to the next one. I'm not really concerned with what colors I'm painting this. I'm sure y'all can tell by now. We are just playing around with the granulation effect of these colors. Ooh, I'm just gonna grab some, excuse me, that was in the previously. So cool. Let's see, what color did we not use yet? We didn't use this sort of bluey orange. It's like an orange with a blue undertone, where they all have the sort of turquoise bluey feel undertone. Why can't I get that? There we go. Wet enough. Maybe straight down the middle. You know? It's an interesting color, you know. It's an interesting color. That it is. Let's grab some of the one that's beside it. Why not? I don't know what this one is. It's this one. It's a different violet tone. Might as well. Cross-contaminate, put some of that original color in there. Get some of all of it in there, why not? I'm just playing at this point. I think they're beautiful. I really do. I really, really think they're beautiful. I'm going to do the little berries here. I have like this blue. This blue is not granulating, but it'll work. Let me try mixing it. You know, see if I can get a darker tone with that blue. I know we have a black pigment in here, so let me grab some of that. Mix it in with that blue. See what we get. Okay, we get a little shadow blue going on. Just a little bit. first layer, I think I kind of want to go in there. I have pins that, because I kind of want to do it while it's wet. So I have like, I guess I could use the elegant writer pen. I was talking about it earlier, right? Now, as far as this pen is concerned, let me show you what I'm talking about. I'm just gonna trace what I was doing earlier. Give it a little personality, I guess. Okay, that's enough. But let me just show you something. Let's give it a second to dry. We're kind of waiting on all that to dry, so let me check the comments right quick. Is there something wrong with the volume? I don't know. Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me? Is that better? Let me see. Let me know. Mic check 1 2. Let me know if that's better for you. Okay, girl. Okay, cool, cool, cool. Um, I've discovered that doing lives, I have to be a little bit closer to the mic. Doing my regular videos, it seems to equal out in the editing process, but for the lives, I seem to need to be to speak a little bit louder, a little clearer, and to be a little bit closer to the mic. So no biggie, no biggie. I'm gonna grab, what is this? This is a number 9 round, and I really want to do something about some type of shadows over there. Excuse me, some type of line work or something. I'm gonna grab this blue again. It's gonna drive me crazy. I can never just like leave stuff alone. Got gotta mix with it. I'm gonna add some of that black in. Getting a little hungry. I'm getting a little hungry. Mm-hmm. That's what they said. And I'm not really worried. It's gonna all work out in the wash. That's what they say. Okay, so what color should I use? Should I use black? I don't think I should use black. I did just put black in the blue mixture and it will be the only place it is. So why not? It can't kill us, right? It granulates. We're testing the granulating colors. So I'm actually gonna, I want to switch, so I want an even smaller brush. And that's another thing I like about this set. You get 10 brushes and you're going to get rounds in every variation you could possibly think of. This is a number 3 round, but I'm sure it goes down to a number 2. I'm just not sure where that brush is. Alright, but we'll use this number 3. We'll make this small enough. We'll just pull back on the pressure. And I'm just going to put that vein down the middle. I'm actually going to put some hatch marks on the side there. Come around this corner and just kind of make those a little bit more prevalent. Alright. So, you know, sort of using the black granulating color like an ink almost. Sort of like ink. And I'm thinking for these, I'm going to go ahead and throw some of them quick whimsical moments in. Not really worried about how realistic it looks. Just wanted to play around with the granulating colors. Alright, and this last one. Beautiful colors. Absolutely fantastical, beautiful colors. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. I'm gonna grab a little bit of one of those greens, whichever one. That one's a little dark. Start off with a little of that one and painting that stem. And then a little bit of a darker one and just touch them on. Give it a little all right. I don't think that turned out too bad. I like those granulating watercolors. I especially like the Kuretake ones. They really fall apart and granulate and give you a lot of texture. Really, really beautiful. I want to show you guys what the Elegant Writer does really quick. Let's see, erase those pencil lines. And I mean, there are other pens on the market like the Elegant Writer. I actually have a couple of them sitting on my desk. But this particular pen was made kind of popular a couple of years back with some YouTube videos and some sort of prominent artists. So I am going to grab, I'm going to go back over to that number 6 round I had. And I'm just actually going to not do a whole lot with it. But as you can see, I can grab that color and drag it into the middle. And just, I mean, you can actually paint with it. And I'll leave whites in some spaces if I want to drag that all the way down. Now the beauty of this is, do I have anything in here to lift with? Of course I don't. Wait, maybe I do. Hold on, let me see. Maybe this will work. We'll see how this is gonna work. So the beauty of this is you can get it wet and then blot. Oh, well, that's a little wet too. So you see how it spread the pigment? Let's just go ahead and color it. But you can actually just move that writer pen around. And I'm not doing it now because I don't have a dry paper towel. But if you blot as you fill in, it will reveal a beautiful pink rosy pigment up under the turquoise. That is so pretty. And I want you to see it so bad. I'm gonna use the end of my shirt to show you. You see that? Can you see that pink tone coming up? Oh, it's so pretty. Now watch. You just blot it up and it reveals this really beautiful rose color. Have you guys ever used the Elegant Writer? Let me know. Is there anybody in the here that's ever used it? What do you think of it? Do you like it? I love the little beast. Love it to death. But it's great. You can just take your writer out, a water brush. You can do some sketch work. You can spread the color around to give you some, sort of a monotone type painting. Really beautiful. Really beautiful. I can even like wet it. Splatter itself on itself. Really beautiful. Pull some of it out to make background, even if I wanted to sort of like paint a background around it. I would just do it in a circle like that. So you kind of get the best of a whole lot of worlds. Look at that, I'm just dragging that color out. Now I'm painting the background and you can see it all in there. I think it's a neat little pen. If you ever get a chance, they're really economical. I think I paid maybe $2 for that pen. Or maybe I got in a pack with some other ones. Something like that. But there you have it. Pretty cool. Alright. Friends, we have played around with granulating watercolors tonight. You've had a chance to see a little bit of the Elegant Writer. Hopefully, you guys have sprinkled a little love already and you've already given the video a thumbs up. But if you haven't, please don't forget to do so. Hopefully you enjoyed this little surprise impromptu live where we got to swatch these colors, and I am thoroughly impressed, I must say. Between the swatching and the little playing around that I've done, that really doesn't take much to test a granulating set, but I am going to do a complete video with them, a complete granulating video release. I think I might have some other granulating colors that I'll add to the set before that video comes out completely, but really nice. This is 100% cotton watercolor paper, so, look at that texture. Look at how beautiful. I think it's just absolutely gorgeous. So let me know what you think. Jump in the comment section. Let me know what you think about tonight's live, about our little quick paint along, about the Elegant Writer. Is that not beautiful? Let me know what you guys think. Thank you so much for joining me. I am so happy you got here. Hopefully you will join me next time. I'm not sure when the next YouTube live will be, but I do know that tomorrow night, if you are a part of Paint, Pencils, Pastels, and Markers, I think it's at 7 p.m. We're going to be going live inside that Facebook group, so you can catch a live there. If you are a part of the Patreon community, tomorrow your real-time video for May will come out. And then, of course, this upcoming Friday, at the end of next week, this upcoming Friday, we will be having another live, which is every Friday. Sometimes scheduled at 7, sometimes scheduled at 8, but that's there. Check the video description for relevant links, my friends. Thank you for joining me. I'm going to jump in the comment section just to check one final time. And with that, I'm just going to say good night to everyone.